Welcome to day 110 of 100 days, actually 200 days of code together with Leon Andersen. Let's just jump right in. Leon Andersen, how are you doing?
Hello, hello. Okay, I'm doing okay. I had a lot of fun earlier this day getting a deeper understanding of CSS positioning and especially how the main tags are layered in or in general also the tags are layered in Next.js. There's like a layer underscore Next.js or underscore next that's in between the basically the layout and the main content, the children, basically the component, and there's nowhere or neither in the underscore app or underscore document you can style that, and with the help of Aleph, we basically found out that we have to style it through a global CSS file, and in the whole process, also in combination with me deleting everything that could have anything to do with positioning, styling. So almost building from scratch, as we did yesterday. And as you can see, some of the in that process, I did learn a lot more about. I just got more familiar with the dev tool, with inspection, and at least with inspection for the purpose of positioning, which was really cool. This ghost div basically had to separately style it in a global CSS to give it a full width, because otherwise it was basically I don't know what it took as the reference point. Maybe it took the size of the contents inside of the main as the reference point, but it definitely didn't took the size of the supposed full height. Oh, talking about full height, not full width, by the way. Of the supposed full height main. And yeah, I deleted a bunch of divs and cleaned up the code a lot. That was really, really helpful. And I'm going to do a live experiment now. We're on the index page right now, and I'm adding on the main tag. I'm adding some padding now on the x-axis. px. Yes, it is. And so basically now I found a lot of the layers where I actually have impact. If I can also now demonstrate, if I find the right tab. Okay, here is it. Can demonstrate how the that the menu that I tried to accomplish yesterday. I actually managed to accomplish it now. When I click the icon, we get a full width menu screen basically, and or menu div, and yeah, basically following the principles that Aleph taught me yesterday, which was, yeah, to me it feels really good to have this this meta understanding of the process about it. And yeah, as you can see, I did some styling that this is turning gray, indicating that this is now has a different function than opening. This has the closing function now. Now it has the opening, closing, and also because it I don't want to have too many colors at the same time. I mean, I only want to have the color once each time. I have to make sure that I decide on the right darkness level of the gray tones at some point, but the overall, so they are all yeah, consistent. But yeah, and you can see this is also yeah, linking already and also closing the menu. I had my next challenge will be to, or the next going to tackle will be that if I click my home home button here, basically, that it also closes. But I guess I have to yeah, I have to take some time to really create the logic that it only opens, that it only closes on clicking here, because otherwise, if I make it a toggle that open and close, it becomes a bit confusing, because I want this to lead to the home page no matter if the menu is open or closed. So this basically has to be a one-way toggle only, basically, to affect the state of the menu. Also, what's going to be interesting is implementing the subscribe functionality, subscribe feature here, the form. As you can see, I built some responsiveness into it already as well. I mean, part of it was done yesterday as well, already as well. But yeah, I think there's was there one thing left to. What did I want to talk about? Oh yeah, like also one of the next things, because now the small screen is almost done. Or, I mean, it's quite a lot of it done. But I guess the next challenge is then going to be, once I get bigger screen, that it stays at this width and only adds gray at the corner, and basically have a max width for these for the buttons in the nav bar and for the text as well. And yeah, I think that is going to be an interesting one as well. But I'm glad that I got the reassurance of Aleph that this is that I built the right foundation starting with the mobile first. So this way I can be sure that I don't have to scratch what I did here, or very likely not have to scratch what I did here, and only have to add on that. Yeah, that there was one weird behavior as well. First of all, it's loading very slowly. Here we go. As we already had it before, the code is not in the markdown is not behaving according to the screen limit, which is annoying. But also what I found quite confusing was that if I update the where do we have it? So this is basically the ID.js that renders all kinds of different blog posts that can be in there. That this page is basically if I use the main there, the styling, and right now I don't have full height, but if I so because the content is longer than the screen, we don't have any issues with the footer, but I'm just a bit confused why we get problems with the footer once I actually add h4, which I'm doing now, and which should be rendered in a second, as you can see, because now we can see that I have the footer yeah, right in the middle of my content. I guess it has something to do, I mean, if we now scroll it down, we can see that it's at the bottom of the screen, basically. It's now covered by color and by the banner of the, I don't know if the banner is actually covering screen, but we don't see the footer, but we do, yeah, the banner is covering the screen, I guess, because you don't see my lower scroll bar. Anyways, I guess it has something to do with the being being now at the full height of the screen and not of the content. But I guess I don't have to worry about it because if I just leave it out, it works. But that was something that made me a bit curious. Now deleting again, should get back down. I don't know if it will be visible. Yeah, we now see it. Yeah. Okay, the banner is not hiding the screen really. The screen is just, as far as I'm seeing it, is probably just being minimized, so it doesn't even share right from the beginning, or right from the start, doesn't even share the lower scroll bar. I don't know, but right now we see the imprint, and we also probably see it. Okay, what the fuck is going on now? I didn't change anything on this page. Come on. Come on. Are you kidding me? I didn't change a fucking thing from before. Let me restart the server. And Alef can maybe say something in the meantime.
I'm definitely going to quack a little bit. And yeah, these height problems are totally normal. something that every developer goes through in their journey, but you will be able to find a good solution. One thing that came to my mind would be to give the main min h like a min age full, so that it at least takes the full height, but if the content is bigger, it still stretches. But we'll have to see if restarting works. I also don't know how much there is like.
Unmute myself. Okay, now. Wait, this is getting really weird. Okay. Okay, so now this seems to be back at least in full screen size. Let's go. Okay. I did it. What the fuck? I seriously didn't change a fucking thing on this page. I only changed one. Change something here. Why the like? Come on. I only changed this, and I changed it back to the state that it worked in, and now I get this fucking thing. Come on. So min height. Let's try it out. Index is where we're at. H min full or
Min age full.
it's going down. It's no, what the, come on, what is this shit? This makes 0 sense. I did not change. I mean, I changed the padding, the side padding on the index page.
Yeah, that shouldn't
Maybe
affect it.
let's see. I'll delete it. Delete this side padding. Oh yeah. Okay. And now there's an even more different. Okay. Basically stays. It's basically fixed. No, not really fixed. That is so annoying. I thought working with machines. Okay, let's get rid of.
Well, machines just do what you tell them.
It's full again.
Well, machines just do what you tell them.
This is so weird. It worked the whole time. At least this is working. What about this page? This one is working. Help. This one is working as well.
I think it depends on the width. So if you make that tighter, then it stops working.
This is also a fun quirk. Okay. I mean, we can't really test if the bar, if the footer is staying, like, why is it only this width? I made it full width, and it was full width all the time, the footer. Now it suddenly isn't anymore.
It now seems to mimic the width of the article.
Why is the footer like it's not even in the main? It's outside of the main. Why is it mimicking the main? I only made a change in the main. Well, let's get rid of the friggin' padding there. Let's see what happens. Nothing. I mean, nothing to the... Oh, wait. I have max with screen medium in the main, but not in the footer. Why would it affect the footer? Let me delete that. Nothing happening. No, didn't affect it. Okay, now it's... Yeah, it makes no sense that the footer is orienting itself with the main, because it's a completely different... Okay, let me check one thing, and if I don't find anything, that's it for today. So above the footer is the layout. If I go into the layout file, no, there's only flex call and h4 around the layout. The document, only the... I don't know. That's it for today. Okay.
I have an idea. I can show it. So you can also try a different approach. So let's say this right here in red is the HTML, and let's mark it here, HTML. Then you have your body right here, body. Then you have let's make this a different color, the next tag. Next, with the ID is like underscore next. It's a div, I think. Div here. And then inside of this, you now put a different div, which is from your layout, and give this a class name of relatives and are full and all that good stuff. So yesterday I've shown you how you can do this with flex and flex call, and you can still take that same approach from yesterday and it should work. You just need to get, like, I would again like build it from scratch. But if you want to keep everything that you have, this approach right here is one that you could try. So we have now three elements in this. The first one here is your header. The next one here is, oops, your, let's do it this color then, is your main. And then we have this one right here, which is the footer. And what you can do now, because this div is relative, you can give this one a class name of absolute and top 0, and optionally left 0 and right 0. And the same for this one, but instead here we say bottom 0. And what that does is it tells this one, hey, stick to the top and fill the full width. I don't know if this is needed, might be needed. W full could also do it, but yeah, one of these will do it, or W full. Same for the footer, but here we say bottom 0, so it sticks to the bottom of its relative parent, which is this div. And then this one, if you know your header is like, I don't know, 12 rem and the footer is like 8 rem, then you give this one a class name. Oh, let me choose the correct color. You give this one a class name of PT and then the height of the header, and PB and the height of the footer. And because if you, since these are absolute, this will now try to go here. And by giving it the padding, you push the content down by the heights of the header, and same here. So we add the padding so that the content only starts outside of this. And then you can also give this like half full or whatever. And now it should always take the full height. And these should be sticking to the top and the bottom. And in the space in between, you can just put your content, you know, by putting the children in here. I think the approach from yesterday is better, but I know that you like just keeping the stuff that you already have. And I think this approach could be integrated in what you already have.
Well, I basically just copied what I mean. I didn't do anything different, and it worked. And then without anything changing, it suddenly stopped working. So
I don't think that's the case. I think it was always broken, but the screen size wasn't small enough to show it, because it looked like just now, and especially since it only kicked in after you even restricted the width even more through the px value, that it only kicked in on very small screens.
I had that before doing the padding as well. So that's and I also already changed it back and forth. So I don't know. Well, I'm okay. Not on the index page. I didn't have the issue on the index page, but like what could be the problem of a small screen size?
Well, what is happening there is, if we go back into this screen share right here, so you have some content in here. So any color that we haven't used yet, let's take a custom one. Let's take purple. Why not? So the purple content, purple, is inside of your main tag, the orange one, right? So this is your content. And what is happening is, instead of letting the main be scrollable, this content is just growing outside of it.
What do you mean by instead of the main being scrollable?
So usually what happens is that the main is when the content inside something gets too big, the parent automatically gets a scroll bar if it cannot expand anymore. But there's something off with how it's currently being done, that this is just growing and pushing the overall screen size, but this one, the orange one, stays small.
I don't understand what would be different when I build everything from scratch, because I deleted everything that's related to positioning, and I would have no idea how, like, if I started from scratch, like I would have to like start the complete project from scratch.
No.
Well, that's the level. Like, what more than the components themselves would be left to delete? That's the same as building everything from scratch.
But you can cheat and take stuff from the stuff that you already built, so it will be a lot faster.
Yeah, but I would have to set up the whole project from scratch and
No.
put it inside of there.
No. I mean, we're not setting up the MDX stuff from scratch, right? You just do the layout.
You mean the Next.js stuff?
Next.js, MDX, yeah, you obviously keep that.
Yeah, I deleted everything or commented out and built it inside again from almost like the, as far as I remember, the state that Next.js was in before any styling. So I don't know. I mean, I'm open that I missed something, but like, I did that today, so that's why I'm a bit I don't know what to do than what I did already. Yeah, everything except colors and hovering, which is also just color effects. Everything else in terms of styling I deleted, and I deleted all the divs that were not in the setup that you worked out yesterday while building everything from scratch. And like, I don't know if it can get much closer to what you built yesterday, unless I built everything from complete scratch.
I think that's a little too fatalistic. So if you create the exact layout that I created yesterday, I'm pretty sure it will immediately work. If you then, like, if you basically make the layout what we created yesterday, plus the stuff that you did today inside of your header. So the new styles, that the burger menu turns gray um, when it's opened, right? And that the overlay, like, you can keep all of that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I will just show you when I delete everything once again, if that's enough deleted, and then you can tell me if I need to delete more, because yeah, it's as far as I was seeing it, I deleted everything that was possible already and built from there. As I said, except for so and text.
So you can also just comment it out, and then we can do it together.
Yeah, I mean, I can't comment out like individual styles inside of individual class names.
You know, about the components.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just debuild it as far as and then I'll just show it to you, and then we can really see if we're talking about the same kind of debuilding.
Yes, and make sure that you commit beforehand.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, will I have to? Yeah, I'm wondering what I will have to scratch in terms of the menu. We will see, because that works pretty good on all pages. But I mean, this is, I mean, would this count as the menu working, or is that also not the menu not working because of MDX? I don't know. The menu itself seems to work. It's just
Yeah, it works great.
it just in a weird relationship to the main.
You mean that it's overlaying the main?
No, that it's getting super small. You know, it should stay this big usually. And should just be scrollable from there. Like the MDX is doing some weird stuff where it makes where it aligns everything in a very weird way.
Got it.
So I don't know if I will have to scratch the menu settings as well again, or not. But I mean, on this, I don't know if it makes even sense to work with this damn MDX stuff, because like this, like here, this works pretty fine, and this works, the about page works pretty fine as well, except for the which is super weird because I tested it in all kinds of sizes. Well, let me check one thing. Okay, I guess I found one explanation, and that's because I tested today. I tested it only in I didn't test it in the dev tools in smaller sizes. I only made the browser window as small as possible because my dev tools are crashing after every change. So I guess that's why I didn't have the small window size to see the effect. I guess that's one thing why it might appear like it worked, but suddenly it doesn't anymore. How is it now? Yeah, if I let it stay in the same size, like right now it's the size like the minimum possible size of my browser, and now it works as you can see, but right now it doesn't anymore. Okay. Yeah, seems like the whole process over again tomorrow.
Okay, then we'll take off here tomorrow. So yeah, this has been day 110 of 100 days of code, together with
Leon Andersen and my mentor
LS, the Quack, the Crowd, the Air Horn, Nil from 10x Dev. Always be using nice colors, just as you see here. I still love the overall design of the block so much, and I also love the little details, like that the burger menu turns gray. Yeah, thank you everyone for watching.
always be rebuilding everything from scratch. Ciao, ciao.